It's because I'm on a white table and it doesn't want to see the mouse. That is my issue. I need a mouse pad. So
you don't have a mouse pad? A mouse goes with a mouse pad.
I don't have a mouse pad. You didn't buy me a mouse pad. You just bought me a mouse.
Why don't you take a Disney Crush sticker and stick right on the top of that little mouse? Why don't you do that?
We're live, Dave. It's Wednesday. It's Tuesday night. I thought it was Wednesday night. It's Tuesday night. It's Disney Crush live stream night. We had no topic tonight, so we just decided to reflect.
We're gonna shoot the poop.
Okay, I think it'll be good though because we have a lot to shoot. We have a lot of poop to shoot.
Should I tell people what we're gonna do? Should I break the news to everybody?
Oh, that we're changing the name of our podcast?
Yeah, I hope everybody doesn't get too freaked out by this, but we are going to retheme the whole Disney Crush, and you guys let us know what you think about the new name.
Okay, Dave, we're going crushing on Walt Disney World. Is that the new name?
Yeah.
You didn't consult me on this. You just decided on your own to go crushing on Walt Disney World.
I'm spontaneous. That's who I am. I kind of just throw things out there.
I have all this merch.
That's okay. That could be like an old type thing, you know.
Speaking of which, what's the shirt you're wearing? Do you know what show this is?
It's my wife's favorite show.
Your wife's favorite podcast, right?
Yes, it is.
And you're changing the name of our podcast to reflect my favorite podcast?
Susan?
Hi, Susan.
Yeah, that's right.
Crushermania. So
what's up?
We had a little bit of housekeeping to do. We wanted to talk about the corn, right, Dave?
Well, if you must bring it up, I mean, I'm not one to bring up old stuff like that, but if you want to bring it up, that's perfect.
Well, this whole show is bringing up old stuff. So this is the corn at Animal Kingdom that you were compelled to try because everybody told you to try it, and then you even went back and tried it again with extra spice, which you felt was just extra salt.
Yeah, it was. Well, you know, it's hard when you. I'm not saying I make really good street corn, but I make really good street corn.
So yeah, you do.
Everything I compare my stuff to everybody else's stuff, and it just doesn't.
This is Dave's corn.
It doesn't even stack up. I mean, you got to have the heated cheese. You got to have a little cilantro. I know you don't like cilantro, but yeah.
The soap bubbles. Yeah.
Butter on there. Garlic butter. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. But so, you know what? It's okay. It was not too bad. So
this is a little teaser of this week's podcast. I think it was decided last night that you're going to set up a grill in Disney Springs and you're just going to start grilling corn.
I am. Yeah. Why not? I'll start a little food truck right there. I'm going to slide it right in the Disney Springs and see if they find out who I am.
See if they notice you.
Hey, people put grills out there all the time and just start cooking. So why not me? I'll do it.
Hey, Holly. We were just talking before the show, though, that we just found out that apparently now at Fort Wilderness, every Tuesday and Wednesday, they have food trucks because I guess maybe Trails End isn't open on Tuesday. They said Trails End isn't open on those days. So Dave and the Lava, that was really cool. So Tori sent you that? He went away. Dave?
Yeah, I'm having internet problems.
And it's all my fault.
No, not your fault. It's my fault. I live out in the sticks right now, so
yeah, I know.
My internet's not. I'm trying to figure it out.
So, how do you like the lava?
I love the lava. I'm embracing the lava. I thought I would embrace the kilt, but now, yeah, thanks to Tori, I'm all about the lava.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I can do that, Rebecca.
So I went back a little. I talked about that we're at the halfway mark for the year, but I cheated a little bit. I went back to the fall, which, because there were some new things I did this year. One of the things I did was I embraced the festivals. The festivals are not my bag. I don't look how hot and sweaty I am in that picture.
Yeah, you can't really tell that you're hot and sweaty in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty hot and sweaty in that picture with the cheese suit.
I can smell that cheese soup from here. Hey, Kurt's on right now. I don't know if he was on earlier to see where.
Kurt, did you see the new name? Dave is rebranding the podcast.
We're rebranding the podcast.
Yeah,
Kurt.
the shirt is a collector's item now, according to Dave. I don't know. Crushing on Walt Disney World. Yeah, that's.
What do you think, Kurt? Let me know what you think.
You and I are going to have a talk about this. I also embraced eating seafood cream soup on a garbage can in September when it was sweltering hot. So,
John, you are not wrong, John. It works. It works. I think you could probably get a decent meal out before someone kicks you out. So.
Before you get kicked out. Yeah.
Right.
I wore those for you, Samantha. These were the first ears I ever made, and probably one of the last pairs I ever made, because I realized I'd just rather have Mandy make them for me. Yeah, Scott took this picture. And I think what I was saying when he took the picture was that this feels dirty, taking this picture.
Kurt agrees. He loves the name. See, I told you he'd embrace it.
We didn't do our intro. You want to do our intro?
Hey, you know what? You know what we should do, Tony? We should do the intro.
Okay, let's do the intro.
I'll try to get my internet fixed.
Oh, that's not the intro. How long have we been doing this, Dave?
Weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. You know what? How long did it take me to make that intro? Because if you change the name of the podcast, I'd have to redo the intro. So we're not going to change the name until I've finished a new intro.
Okay, I'll keep it the Disney Crush for now.
Okay. So that's the perfect table. Okay. Oh, the garbage can, I'm sure.
John doesn't think I have a chance with the girl.
Not to get the girl in Disney Springs, no. So the other thing that we did this fall was we actually got Rich to come to a Crusher meet. And actually he actually was at lots of Crusher meets this year, surprisingly, to the point where Chris Futrell said every time Chris Futrell comes to Disney, Rich shows up. So because he was there too at the same meet.
Yeah. That way, doesn't it?
But the really cool thing about this particular day, what else happened that day that affected all of us, especially you and your magic bands? What happened on this day?
Did I become Rebecca? Is that when I became Rebecca?
We met Rebecca for the first time that day, didn't we?
And that was when we first met her, and
we didn't even know she existed.
I know. And who would think that we would become twins later on? I mean, literally twins.
We went back to Disney last week, and Dave is still he went to check in with his magic band, and it went blue. And they said, no, this is Rebecca's magic band. So even though we thought it was all fixed, it's not.
Mm-mm.
So, But that was one of the highlights of our year, was that we met Rebecca that day. So, and she has become an integral part of our community.
Yeah,
especially
okay.
Dave's. Especially Dave's.
Hey, we're like,
No, Dave still does not have his own Disney Experience account, so that's the problem. He looks like he had fun that day. See, he's happy.
Yeah, he wants to be there. He's just playing hard to get. Yeah.
Yes, it was his olive band. Is it coming up on your account, Rebecca? It is his olive band, as a matter of fact. That was also the night you guys got ran over by a scooter. You and Scott.
He's never ridden one of those things, I don't think. And he was freshly new on that scooter, and he ran us both over at the same time. Look at that.
Yeah, that was, yeah. And you see, that's me in the background with the striped shirt. And I've got my back turned to you guys because I'm like, I am not with these idiots. That was basically me saying, I don't know these guys.
But, I will say, no security. No one came to our aid. No one tried to help us up. Two old guys, well, one old guy, me, on the ground. Nobody, asked to help us up. Nothing. Look how much pain I'm in right there.
Yeah,
Scott
I could see.
Enjoying it. Yeah, but I'm in pain. That was a fun trip.
It's always fun with Scott and Karen. We had a good time in early September. We got to go to the Remy preview, and Remy has become one of our favorite rides. Scott appreciates the shirt you're wearing tonight. And Karen agrees that Dave needs his own My Disney Experience account. See, Dave, those shirts. We have all the Disney Crush merch and stuff. We can't change our name.
Well, no, I think we have to. Eventually, I think we're going to have to. And maybe we'll put it out there to everybody if you guys have come up with a name, because we're having a little problem. We've got cease and desist letters from Disney, and they don't like the fact that we're
on TeePublic for our shirts.
Well, yeah. And who else? Toy Story gave us a cease and desist because of
I had a literally copyright infringement with their alien on our shirt.
It'll make you drink Uncle Dave's water.
I mean, they're not wrong. I had a literal alien on the shirt. So yeah. They're not in the wrong, but so we went and rode Remy that day. That was a really great day.
Mm-hmm.
That was the day that Scott got his hat that he's famous for.
Yeah, I think he was probably one of the first ones to buy one of those hats and wear it around the park because.
But everyone thought that was a Remy. That was a chef hat. That was not a Remy chef hat. That was a French ladies from the Impressions de France movie hat. That's what that was. It was one of the wedding hats that the ladies wear in the Impressions de France movie, which happens to be Michael Rhodes' favorite thing to do in Epcot is go see Impressions de France. I happen to know. So, and I think that Scott might be wearing it better. I don't know.
Hey, he looks good in that hat. Look at that. Oh, that's a good picture.
I want to see him with the fur collar next time I see him, though.
Mm-hmm.
The fuzzy collar.
Mm-hmm. He needs a wrap around him.
Oh. Yes, he was a kid with that hat on.
And then his Remy stopped working, I think. Didn't he have to go back and get another hat or something at one point? Or was that not? No, I don't remember. Okay.
So. I don't know. Another highlight of last fall was that we got to meet our friends from Monorail Tales for the first time. That was September 30th. That was the night before the 50th anniversary. They had a little meetup in Disney Springs. And the Monorail Tales gang has become near and dear to our hearts. They're another brother, cousin, sister podcast to ours. And we love Sheila and Steve and Rick and Bill and Jeff. And I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody because Sheila has 800 hosts. So,
oh, yeah, like 1,000. And you're one of them, too. You're one of their new hosts, aren't you?
I might be. I don't even know. I haven't gotten my contract yet.
Yeah, that was really cool because that was their first ever meetup. And we just happened to be able to be over to join them. And it was a great honor to be over there to hang out with them for a little while and meet them all.
Yeah.
Great people.
I've come to really love all of them. So, yep. So, we also had a new crusher join the ranks. I can't believe it's been less than a year. We have a new crusher. He was our first ever recruit. We actually recruited this person. This is Trey.
Yeah, tell the story.
Well, Amy Beckner saw him on a free cycle group where he posted about a quarter of a bottle of Diet Coke outside of a hotel room. And he said, free Coke. And Amy said, this guy needs to be a crusher. And I private messaged him. And I actually, if I look, I could probably find what I wrote him, because people have asked about maybe putting this on a t-shirt. I think it really does kind of embody the crush. So I had it all pulled up and now my phone went crazy. So now, but it really does speak to who we are as a group. So I think it's important. After your hysterical post on the Free Cycle page, I was asked by members of my group to invite you to join us. We are a group of Disney fans who don't take ourselves too seriously. We love Free Cycle madness, people who hop off living with the land for a free cucumber, and our motto is don't be an alien swirling saucer. If we sound like your kind of Disney folk, please join us at the Friends of the Disney Crush. I sent that to him on August 9th of 2021. And he said, thanks, looks like fun. And the rest is history. He's now in the fold. He came to G3. He went to New York. He's, and that's all thanks to Amy Beckner recruiting him. So,
yeah. Fun guy.
He really is. We had fun at the 50th anniversary. Got to see Travis Shocker was at Disney for the 50th anniversary.
No way.
Yeah, he was there. I know it's rare for Travis to be at Disney because he's. I'm going through all our pictures from the last year to see what we did, and Travis was there almost as often as we are, and we live in Florida. So,
yeah. True story, Rebecca. He did drive 20 hours and spent 48 hours. Absolutely. And
that's true.
Went home. And I think I actually called him when he was driving over here. Yeah,
yep.
And put him on the podcast. That was fun too.
We had a great trip, that 50th anniversary trip. That was that. Where did we eat? La Hacienda. We ate at La Hacienda. Yeah, I thought that was a good meal. I would go back there.
Yeah, decent meal and decent avocado margarita.
Not your favorite. You've had better.
Yeah, but not bad. It was adequate.
So, all the cute pictures people take when their kids are walking in front of them and they take a picture from behind and they're like, oh, look at the cute kids from behind. I think this picture is awesome. Veronica took this of you and me walking. It's like, what are you going to do tomorrow, Dave? That's what I'm basically saying to you.
And Hey doesn't look very impressed. He's like, oh, man, not these two again.
This is probably what we were discussing was the pattern on the floor at the Dolphin, because the pattern has wear marks, and I swear it's intentional. It's part of the design because it's on every floor. But Dave wasn't so sure if the wear marks on the floor are intentional or not. I had a picture somewhere. I don't have it on tonight, but the wear marks on the rug at the Swan or the Dolphin, they look intentional, but why would you buy a rug with wear marks on it?
Well, I don't know. People say it's because, housekeeping does that for the doors, drives their, carts or something. I'm like, no.
It's weird. It's really a weird pattern. We did have fun sharing a room.
Hey, why you got to pull that picture up?
Because you told me that you don't sleep with Hey, and I beg to differ.
No, he was lonely that night. He needed some company, so he was feeling scared. He had a nightmare or something.
Okay, probably because there was 3 of us in the room.
He's protecting me from you. Ooh.
Probably.
Ooh, man, that girl snores over there.
Yeah, that's it. The 50th anniversary was our first time ever seeing your favorite show at Disney.
best show on property.
Best show on property.
Best show on property. Don't miss
In
it.
the best stadium on property, especially in the height of summer where there's no shade. Kite tails. Animal Kingdom.
It was so good that we saw it, that we were right there. Had great, we didn't have to even go in the stadium. We're standing right there at the Anti-Pure ice cream truck, and I don't think anybody rushed over to look at it. We just ate our ice cream.
No. Until
Joey saw one fall, and he thought it's crashing. I'm like, no, that's a controlled landing over there. They got it.
There was an article this week saying that they don't know why attendance is down. Not because it's freaking hot in that stadium. So Samantha needs to see it. Okay, we'll go see it in August, Samantha.
Well, there's mixed, there's mixed opinions on this show. A lot of people like, what's that guy's name over at Crushing on Walt Disney World? I mean, what's the name of that show?
Disney World.
What's that guy's name? Kurt Stone? I think he loves
Oh, no,
show.
no. Are you talking about Kurt Stone at Geekin' on Walt Disney World?
Yeah. That's
are you talking about Bert Sloan? This is Bert Sloan. He's a crusher. You see, he's got Crush merch in his hands and Crush flatties. That is definitely a crusher. That's Bert Sloan. He's friends with Ben Chesler.
Okay.
He came to G3 with Ben Chesler. His name's Bert Sloan. We tried Steakhouse 71 for the first time that weekend too, and I have to tell you, having had lunch and breakfast there, I think lunch is the winner. We met some great friends for lunch, and that was like the second day it was open. We had a really great lunch, and I would definitely go there for lunch again. I'm not sure I'd go back for breakfast, and we haven't tried it for dinner yet.
Yeah, no. Scott Daves is a big fan of the breakfast there.
Okay.
Walt Ash, and I had it, and it's okay. But he loves it over there. And that's one thing that we did miss. Our podcast this week, we got our brother-in-law Carlo to come on the show. He did a family trip with us.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. It comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's one of our misses that we talk about, was we didn't do enough of dining, and that's one place we could have probably went if we would have timed it right and went to Steakhouse 71 before. Maybe if we got there early enough, we could have went there before we went on the boat.
Yeah. Then we could have went in the lounge and had the burger.
Yeah. So, but next time. So we'll find out if Carlo, I'm not going to spoil anything or say anything too much, but we'll see what Carlo has to say. If there's going to be a next time. If there's going to be a next time. Because, if you know anything about it, if you don't know, Carlo, it's been over 20 years since he's been, and he is just. It hasn't been,
because his kids aren't over 20. He went with his kids when they were little.
Well, no, yeah.
It's been maybe 13 years.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Years.
If Sammy's 15.
Yeah.
So
is despise too harsh of a word? He
didn't like it. He didn't like it.
Had nothing good to say about it. Didn't always teased us because of the podcast, and called us all kind of names. But yeah, we'll see.
We're in a cult. He was. Yeah, him and his brother Richard. Well.
Yeah, John, I'm sorry about that. It's a tangled web we weave here.
We do. We have a lot. We went over for Christmas, and there's always that one guy says, "Do not touch the display," and there's Dave.
Yeah, that guy. Look, he's got a mask on, trying to hide himself.
Yeah. We did get to go see Night of a Million Lights.
Yeah, John agrees with the lunch over breakfast at Steakhouse.
Yeah, lunch is really good. We went to Night of a Million Lights at Give Kids the World. We got to meet Tori Hunt for the first time and her amazing family. Angie Corbett and her husband Scott joined us, and of course the Daves. And that's my daughter Nicolette in the picture with Tori. We had a really great time that night. That was a special night and a very special organization. Give Kids the World is our preferred charity here at the Disney Crush. We support what they do 100%. They house terminally ill children on their wish trips. If their wishes are come to Orlando to go to the theme parks, 9 times out of 10 they try to put them at Give Kids the World, because they have an amazing campus where they it's just a beautiful resort for the kids and their families. So we had an amazing experience there that night. So I hope we get to do it again.
What's up, Steve-O?
Hey, Steve.
Join us. Hey, have you talked to Hanover lately? A lot of
Yeah,
people have been asking about.
Yeah,
Hanover.
people are looking for Hanover. I think Hanover's been hard at work, raising prices.
It certainly has.
For Michael's birthday, we went to Sci-Fi Dine-In. That was a highlight. You missed out on that trip, Dave, but we had a really fun time that day. So,
well, I'm in the back seat. I'm just hiding because I'm shy.
Yep. You're not in the back seat. You weren't there. You missed Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. That was the whole reason Michael wanted to go, was to see a 50-foot woman. That was what he wanted for his 22nd birthday, was to see the 50-foot woman on the screen. And he did, and he had a cheeseburger, and yep. He saw their billboard at the airport. You talking about Give Kids a World? They have a billboard? I don't know. You guys went to Space 220 without me.
Well,
don't like you for that.
Me. That's what you get.
Mm-hmm. But I don't get to go to Space 220 with Scott and Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You went to the lounge. No. You weren't that jazzed about it?
No, not really. No. It was, not so much.
You also had your back to the space.
Well,
the seat you were in.
Well, I mean, you could turn around. It's very large in there. So, yeah, the food was just okay, and I don't know. I just felt like they could have done more. I was expecting a little bit more, but it was okay. Like, I'm not rushing to go back.
Yeah.
There's more places I'd rather go. Yeah. Okay. See, Scott says the same thing. Overrated.
Okay.
Kind of like kite tails. Overrated.
So in January, the Arts Festival started. And the big thing at the Arts Festival was the 6-hour lines for the popcorn bucket. What would you wait 6 hours for, Dave?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading John's thing.
Yeah, Tori Ann got to avoid the food.
Yeah, exactly, John. I'm sorry. What was your question, Tony Ann? I'm sorry.
Is there anything you would wait 6 hours for, and would it be a Figment popcorn bucket?
Absolutely not. No, I don't think. No, I mean, maybe for a bucket, I'd stand in line. Maybe, just maybe.
Maybe for what?
Yeah.
For what?
A hey bucket.
A hey bucket.
Come on. Yeah.
But you said that characters are dumb unless you're older than. If you're older than 3, you made some comment.
Well,
but
okay, maybe I shouldn't have said 3. Maybe I could have bumped it up to a little bit higher.
Okay.
6, 7. By the time you're 6 or 7.
Okay. But you would wait for a hey bucket. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We had a brilliant this was us. Other people may want to take credit for this. It was the Disney Crush who cracked the code on how to find a lounge at Magic Kingdom. And it's called Cachapas. Which, yeah, his popcorn buckets in quarantine. We discovered that if you want to have a drink and some apps at Magic Kingdom, really the only place to go is Skipper Canteen, because all the other places are Price Fix or the Plaza, and they don't really have good apps at the Plaza. So Skipper Canteen is the place to go if you want to have a lounge at Walt Disney World. You could have beer, wine, or sangria. They don't have hard liquor, but they have some good apps, including Brazilian cheese bread and cachapas.
Cachapas.
And you can sit there as long as you want, as long as you keep ordering cachapas or sangria. So I'm sorry that your bucket is in quarantine. You'll get it soon.
Okay, John's got some opinions here, so.
Well, the cachapas and I have a mixed relationship, John. I have to be honest. Okay, let's keep it on the down low. Well, it's really hard to get reservations for more than 4 people at Skipper Canteen for some reason. We've had to make reservations for 4, and then when we arrive, we tell them we're together. We just did that last week. We had 2 reservations for 4, and we had 8 people, and they let us sit together. But it really seems to be hard to get bigger reservations at Skipper's. I don't know why.
No, it's a busy park, and then most of the time when people go there, they got 25 screaming little brats with them to feed too. So those little kids take up a lot of space and seats. Now,
I will say that when we went to Skipper's last week, our captain, yes, I had kachap. I got the kachapas at Skipper Canteen, John. Everyone at my table had the kachapas, got the crud. Skipper Canteen. Oh, last week, our captain, our server at Skipper Canteen, she had a joke every time she came to the table. Unfortunately, about 4 of those times, the joke was the same joke. She kept telling the same, and she would be like, "Oh, I already told you that one." Mm-hmm. Do you think that was on purpose, or
maybe she's just trying to be funny, or you never know. Maybe she did really just forget.
So nothing interesting at all happened in February, right? Nothing interesting at all happened in February? No. Okay, we could just skip over February. Okay, no.
Skip right past it.
February was the highlight of our year because it was my 50th birthday, right? That was the reason? No, because we had all of our dear friends, not all of them, a lot of our dear friends were able to come to Disney at the same time, overlapping trips. We call it the Grand Geek and Gathering. That's why we are crushing on Walt Disney World, right, Dave?
We are crushing on Walt Disney World. Absolutely crushing.
But we try to do this once a year. Everybody get together. I think we're trying to work on another one in 2023, maybe in the fall of 2023. But I think we had different meets. We had different people at different meets because that's what you kind of have to do when you have 100 people. Not everybody can be at the same place at the same time because logistically, Disney wants a piece of the pie if you do that. We found out that if you want to have a private party, you can have a private party, but there's a $6,000 minimum. So you could really only do that once in the course of a week. So we had to do other smaller events and some events on the down low. One of the events we did, we had a sub party. We had public subs brought in, and we met at the pool bar at French Quarter. We were able to get 30 of us. We weren't sure if how it was going to be received. I think if we did it again, we could do more than 30 people. There was enough space there for more than 30, but we weren't sure. But it was a good time.
It absolutely was. It was a rootin' tootin' good time.
Yeah. We got to see friends we've known for a long time, but never got to meet before. This is Susan Bankston. She has been a long time supporter of our podcast, a dear friend, and we finally got to meet her. And I hate to tell you this, I don't think I have a picture of her and me together. I'm really sad about that.
Who's that creepy guy behind her back there?
That's Andy. That's Andy eating ice cream. Yeah. Of course, the reason why the trip was when it is because we have to schedule it around our friend Kevin from the Isle of Wight. And he was coming in February, whether Judy wanted him to or not. She wanted it to be different, but when it was warmer. Yes, the sub party competed with Ohana. We had to make a hard decision. So yes, Andy is as creepy as they get, according to Andy. So Michael got to see one of his best friends, and I got to see one of my best friends, Cam and Avery. Those are my best friends. It was the highlight of her year too. Thanks, Susan. You and I did a capture your moment during that trip. Now, as a family, we've done several of these capture your moments. And I have to tell you, this is one of the best things Disney's doing right now. They did raise the price to $79 for a 20-minute session, but they really do a great job with these sessions. They're now doing them in all 4 parks. We've done them in 3 of the 4 parks. Our friends did it in Epcot too. We've done it in Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and now Hollywood. They are so worth the money, especially if this is like your once in a lifetime family trip. You really should consider doing one of these capture your moments. And I have to say, Magic Kingdom is the most popular and the hardest to get. It's not necessarily the be all end all. You can get great pictures at Animal Kingdom and Hollywood and Epcot too. So if it's something you've thought about, I think you should go for it. Capture your moment. That's I think one of the best uses of your vacation money is to do a capture your moment session. Because look, they even make you guys look good.
Because you hear a lot of people.
Well, Veronica always looks good, but yeah.
I wish I would have taken more pictures, or and this way you definitely have some pictures, but they're going to be really good pictures.
Yeah, and we get over 100 pictures every time we do one of these sessions, and like I said, we've done a few of them now, and they're well worth it. Torianne was at G3 with her friend Ben Chesler. We had a great time. The highlight of the trip, and I don't have a picture of it here, was I think the trip on the Liberty Bell. We went to Magic Kingdom as a group. Scott had the idea, let's do our meet, the Mickey Fowl meet on the Liberty Bell because he loves the Liberty Bell. And it was great because it was kind of like a captive audience. We were all on this boat for 30 minutes together. So all we could do was hang out with each other. And we had the best time on the Liberty Bell. That was great. And the thing that everybody talks about is it went fully around the circle. And we got back and we were like, wait a minute, what happened? We thought we had never left the dock because we were just so excited to talk and hang out with each other. So I think that was probably one of the best parts of G3.
Yeah.
No, I got nothing from you.
No, I love Liberty Bell, and I thought it was a good idea. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just busy here.
Oh, you're looking at comments?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I got a picture of Michael with his favorite uncle.
Mm-hmm. The Podfather himself.
Mm-hmm. We had a lot of fun. Yeah, actually, I don't have the picture of that, but I don't know if you know this, Kurt, but the swimsuit thing was my idea. And we had quite a chat going, and sometimes it would go off in tangents. But yeah, I was able to start a chat, and we all, if people don't know, one of the things that is famous, one of the famous stories on Geekin' on Walt Disney World is that at the first G3, was it the first G3? Yeah, or maybe it was the first G3. David Castro borrowed Kurt's bathing suit, and it was an American flag one. So we all borrowed it, and we all showed up at the big picture wearing American flag bathing suits. It went off a lot better than I had thought it would. Really, really great. I know, Holly, we got to do it again, right? We were celebrating birthdays. It was Kevin's birthday, and my birthday was at the end of February, but it was my 50th, so it was a big deal. So everybody could just, it was early, but it's okay because it was my 50th. We had a big party. We had a private party, the Harmonious fireworks party. So there's a picture of my favorite people and Dave. My 3 best friends and Dave. Raymond doesn't know he's my best friend, but no, those really are my three of my best friends. My very, very dear friends who made a lot of special memories for me. And my sister-in-law Veronica, she went out of her way to make that night special for me. She secretly snuck her brother into the park. She didn't. Okay, they paid to get him into the park. But I didn't know he was there. And my son Dominic was there too. And anybody that knows me knows that my husband is not a fan of Disney, of going to the parks, probably because, let's face it, half my income goes to Disney. And so, but yeah, that was really special that he was there. But
Yeah, logistically, it was really hard to get him there with all, just everything we had to do to get him there. And then you guys just crossed paths almost like seconds from each other.
apparently I was on a friendship boat and he had been on the previous friendship boat. So if I had just been 5 minutes earlier, I might have bumped into him on the boat.
He had to actually duck into that little gift shop right there and hide because, yeah.
And they were afraid more than anything that Michael would have said, Dad, Dom, because Michael would. Even if they tried to hide, if Michael saw them, there would have been no hiding. So, yeah. Look at Dominic with his long hair. He cut it all off a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he cut it off for school. Dominic's in lineman school now. He's there right now, as a fact. But yeah, so he cut that hair off. He had grown that probably since his before the shutdown. It was like his sophomore year in high school, and now he's yeah. So I wore a dress that night to Disney, and now I've been wearing dresses to Disney a lot. Those are my girls. They also really helped make that night special for me. They did a lot of planning and stuff. According to the video, I was just excited to see Rich as you. Yes, Chris and Rich. Okay, we met when Rich came in September to dinner with when Rebecca came. Chris was there too, and Rich's big thing at the end of the night was, I was really sad when that guy Chris left because I really wanted to talk more to him. I really, really liked him. And then so when he came back, Chris was there too. Chris and Rich have a special friendship.
They do.
That was also the night we discovered we love karaoke. We love it. We love karaoke. Maybe some of us more than others. But we had a fun time at Kimonos, and we found out that is really a good place to hang out. We have made that a cool place.
Yeah, it's a little hidden gem that I think is going to be on the agenda for the rest of the visits over there.
Yeah, because we went back. We went back in April. A bunch of us, me and Travis singing. It's Ricky Lake and Gary Sinise. Oh, Samantha says some of us like it more than others. Well, you were asleep, Samantha. I didn't because I didn't get express permission to put this person's picture on YouTube. I don't want to do that. But that night at Kimonos, we made a new friend. I didn't want to put her picture on YouTube. But if you don't know, this was what she was wearing that night. She had on a tank top this color, and she had on Ariel leggings. This is her exact outfit. And her name was Princess Stephanie.
And she had a high kick like no other.
She fights authority, but authority always wins. That's what she's saying.
She's fighting when she's singing. Almost kicking the legs, karate kicking the high sky. Woo.
So, yeah. I think this outfit may show up again at a future event.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'll wear it.
Kurt is just mad because I will not sing Paradise by the Dashboard Light with him at karaoke. I don't think it's appropriate, but he doesn't seem to think it's not appropriate. We can't come to an agreement on this. I told him I'll sing I Got You, Babe. I'll sing Don't Go Breaking My Heart. I don't want to sing Paradise by the Dashboard Light. I don't think it's appropriate. Princess Stephanie doesn't know she's our friend yet. Mm-hmm.
Be a crusher, for sure.
She's definitely crushes it. She's a crusher. And she's probably been tapping a little Uncle Dave's water. I can tell you that. Mm-hmm. So, yes, the puppies almost fell out of the tube top. Yeah. Well, Scott had the camera on the whole night just in case. It never did come out. We went on our first VIP tour. That was exciting. That was a really good day. And Dave, what'd you try?
Samantha Kuhn, she knows I hate hot dogs, but I guess she'd had the slaw dog. Mm-hmm. And I tried the slaw dog, and it's a vegetarian, vegan, what is it? A slaw dog?
It's plant-based. I don't know.
Plant-based, yeah. And it was actually very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've done it again. I think I've actually did I do it again? I may have done it again. Yeah,
Yeah, I
at some
think you
point.
did have another one. But what you did not try was the 50th anniversary hot dog with the funnel cake and the strawberry on it. That
Absolutely
you
not.
just won't do it. I know. Mm.
Can't do it.
Oh, Sam had that hot dog for dinner tonight.
Mm.
I do want to mention we did have a meetup, and the really weird thing is the Crushers are known for not being the early bird people, and somehow our meetup was the earliest of all the meetups because we had to compete with Oga's Cantina, which started at 10. So we had our meetup at 9:45. Never again, because I was still recovering from this at 1:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just at the Dolphin. I wasn't that far away from Hollywood. I could have walked there, but yeah, we're not doing 9:45 meetups ever again.
No, and I could go through there and pick out probably 20 of those folks that probably really didn't want to be there because they had a way too much Uncle Dave's water the night before, and you could tell they weren't feeling too good, but they
came
actually
for
made
us.
it. And
okay,
man,
Mandy Malinowski was in the park before 10 a.m. That is because she loves us, not because she wanted to be there before 10 a.m. So,
yeah, you guys were troopers, man.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for coming out, especially, like I said, Bert Sloan. Bert Sloan even came, and he doesn't come to the parks often with all his Crusher gear. But
well, we actually made him. We put that stuff in his hand and made him take the picture.
And then we took the picture
before he threw it down. Yeah.
But I think any future Crusher meets will be later in the day. I have to say that we're going to put our foot down.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this drink. This is one of the highlights of my year. This is the Bloody Mary at Chef Mickey's. I didn't drink it. This was on display at Chef Mickey's, and I thought it was fake. I thought it was plastic. You know how like sometimes at diners will have like fake food on display? I thought it was fake. So I actually said, "Oh, this is fake." And I picked it up and I took it and I picked it up and I turned it upside down. It wasn't fake. So that's why you see there's like splats on the napkin underneath because I had turned it upside down. I was so embarrassed when I realized it wasn't fake. Yeah. That's the Bloody Mary at Chef Mickey's. Don't turn it upside down. It's not fake. Okay. Anytime, Kurt. I had a meet a few weeks later because these people couldn't make it to G3. They came like the week after G3. So I had to go back and see them. Rachel Miller and Amy Rhodes. They missed G3. They were like maybe 2 weeks later. So that's Dahlia Lounge, which is another one of our finds. We went to Dahlia Lounge during G3. We had a great time. Dave, you still haven't been. We got to get you to Dahlia Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I found an old post, came up in my Facebook memories. This was these prices. This was a PIN code that was sent to me February of 2019. So yeah, it was right. It was 2019, $59 or $69 for a hotel room. So that was just a couple years ago. December 12th, December 14th, 2019. I'm looking really small, and then I didn't see the top of my thing was the screenshot. It was from December 14th, 2019. So I made this to commemorate that. Yep. That's Bob. When everybody says thanks, Chapek, I just post, you're welcome. Michael was really excited about the movie Turning Red coming out. Turning Red was a whole Facebook drama. People went crazy about it because it was not for little kids. It was rated PG. So when it came out, people didn't know what to expect. They watched it with their little 3-year-olds, and they talk about teenage issues like puberty and menstruation and crushes on boys. The girl She lies to her mother, tells her she's going to one place when she was really going to another place. So a lot of parents of young children freaked out when this movie came out. Michael loves it. But the most important thing that came out of this movie was we found out that our friend Tori was the basis for the character May in the movie. This is our friend Tori Hunt. This is May. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Lava.
I found the perfect outfits me and Jen Betchelder are going to wear next year when we go together. We're going to wear these outfits to Disney.
Yeah, I dare you. Do it.
Yep. Veronica, what's she doing here?
She's smelling orange bird's butt. Yep. And it actually has a little pocket in there, and it has smelly stuff in there, and we had no idea. So she was very excited, I think.
That's perfectly sane.
I'm like, why would they do that? This is wrong.
Oh, I guess there was a break in the G3 pictures. I have more G3 pictures. We finally met our first listener. Well, we don't know that Anna was our first listener, but Anna was our first listener who told us she was listening. So we finally met Anna. She was our very first listener that let us know, hey, somebody's listening to you. So that was a highlight of the year.
Well, did they smell the butt?
Did they smell the butt? Because there was smelly things in the butt.
There were pods in there, and they actually, yeah.
I also got to finally meet Uli. You had met Uli already before that. His butt does smell like oranges, Kurt. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It does. It really does.
That was really great. Getting to see Uli. The sad thing was that Uli missed most of G3 because of flight problems. There were a lot of flight problems in the winter. Yeah, these pictures wound up out of order because there's more capture your moment pictures talking about how they could even make, ugly people like me look good. They really do. And here's another picture from that early morning after a late night of kimonos. All right. We discovered House of Blues brunch is one of the best deals on Disney property, and it's an unsung hidden gem of a meal. Brunch at House of Blues is not expensive. I think like the Rhodes, they split like one entree and got a side. So it was like $17 for the one entree and then $5 for the side. So the two of them ate for less than $25, except for Amy's 12 mimosas she had. But they're bottomless. But she had several mimosas that morning. They do have bottomless mimosas and bottomless Bloody Marys. But Karen says the Bloody Marys are small. They're definitely not in the tall glass like this. They're in a little glass.
Yeah. It has quickly became one of our favorite spots now. Yeah,
they don't have chicken and waffles. They have chicken and donuts, which are really good. So, and they have smash burger. Dominic had the smash burger. He really liked it. $19 for the bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys.
That's a good deal for Disney. So, taking advantage of that.
Yes, bottomless. Yes. Bottomless mimosas. We heard from our friends, the Wilderness Explorers. They told us all about the Back Trail Adventure at Fort Wilderness. So that is a tour that was highly recommended by Rachel and Amanda. So look into it if that is your kind of thing, getting on a Segway and hitting the trails of Fort Wilderness. They said it was a really good time. So
I can't remember what number podcast it was, but they came on the show and talked all about it. And
I think they'll be on a future podcast real soon because they're there right now and they are living their best Disney lives this week.
Did they move there? Because they've been there a long time.
Well, Amanda's been there she's been there since she came the day we got there and she's still there. She sent her family home and she's still there. Yeah, she's still at Disney. So
I want to do that. I want to be her.
Yeah. This is just some of the pictures of our April meetup. I had this collage I had made for another thing, but we had a great trip at the end of April, the last day of April, the first weekend in May. Highlights included Tom Sawyer Island, Dapper Day, the ridiculous dessert in Mexico. You guys shut down Oga's Cantina with a 9:45 reservation. We went to Haleo. This is actually
highly recommend you do that. Shut it down. It's a great time.
Shut down Oga's. Yep.
Yeah. You won't regret it.
Nope. And Dapper Day, we loved it. Dapper Day in December is December 11th. I think that would be a lot more fun than wearing these hot dresses in April. Well, yeah, April 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's me in a dress again at Disney.
Good picture.
Yeah, okay. Yes, that is what this week's Geeking on Walt Disney World podcast is. We're crushing on Walt Disney World. I don't know if you didn't catch the new name.
Mm-mm.
We did the hardest thing about this.
I even spelled it differently, Kurt, for you, so I didn't want to copy you exactly. So
the hardest thing about this dessert was breaking into it. Was getting through that chocolate. It was ridiculously hard. I don't know why they made it so thick, but whatever. We got through it and it was good. I know the highlight of your year, Dave. Do you know what the highlight of your year was?
There were so many. I don't know. Yes.
Companion restroom with Rhino from the Diz Unplugged.
Hey, he's been a favorite of mine for years, and he walked by and I was kind of, you
were right by the companion restroom.
And he was such a trooper. And I said, hey, is there any, I know this is going to sound a little weird, but is there any way you can come over and take a picture in the companion bathroom with us? And without hesitation, he said, sure, why not? Didn't ask why, didn't ask any, just sure.
Oh my God.
It was great. The guy's awesome. Love that guy. He's so funny. Great guy. Spent a little time with us and yeah. That's why he's my favorite. He's just great.
And you got a popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Which you have strong feelings about the popcorn bucket that you shared yesterday.
Okay. Well, you'll have to listen to the podcast to find out about that.
No, you didn't put it on the podcast. Didn't you post it in Facebook? You posted it on the Mickey file.
Oh, I don't think I talked about it on the podcast, did I? No. Well, okay. No, here's the thing. They're a pain in the alien swirling saucer to carry around all day long. Mm-hmm. And I lost, I don't know how many lids. We've had to go, and they're very nice. And if you go ask them, they'll give you another lid. At least they did, I don't know, 2 or 3 times already. But with that, if you fill that thing up with popcorn, I've had that popcorn like 2 weeks later and it's fresh as can be.
Yep. And a little tease to our podcast coming out tomorrow. Listen to find out what our brother-in-law Carlo thinks of the popcorn in Galaxy's Edge. So another highlight of the year, back to Give Kids the World. Oh, look, it magically appeared.
How old is this from?
Veronica's sitting there watching you record.
Oh, this was from Carlo's recent trip with Carlo.
Mike's here too. Look, Mike, Uncle Dave has popcorn and he didn't even offer you any.
What? Hey, Mike.
He's trying to give it to you. I don't think he can reach it. He's trying.
It's just as good as it was the day we got it. But these are a pain in the butt to carry around all day.
Yep. So, Give Kids the World, Dave. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Travis did the unthinkable. So. He rode It's a Small World 20 times in one day to raise over $4,000 for Give Kids the World. And you and Scott actually rode 20 times too. Scott was just as big a trip, except that Scott actually likes the ride, so it wasn't as big a sacrifice for him. But Travis does not really care for the ride, nor do you. So what'd you ride? 3 times?
No, I think I rode it more than that. I think I rode
Well,
say probably 6 times.
Okay, according to Disney, you didn't write it all.
Maybe
Rebecca did.
I don't know.
Because Rebecca's name came up on the screen.
Yes, Rebecca wrote it, not me. You're right. But I have a much more appreciation for that ride now since I've ridden it more. The song is annoying as, HELL. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on when you think about all the mechanics of that, everything, and all the eyes and everything and the movements. There's a lot going on there, and it's yeah, I will give them that.
Okay, well,
The song's just annoying. That's all. I just
well, Travis,
I've said
we're
this for
very
years.
proud of you.
And yes, Travis, we are very proud of you. But they need to slip in a Chucky in there somewhere. I keep saying it. If they just slipped in Chucky in there, even around Halloween, how cool would that be?
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, 6 times. See, Karen says I wrote 6 times.
We were there. Travis was there actually for the Guardians of the Galaxy pass holder preview. And so that's our next highlight of the year was the Guardians of the Galaxy. We went to the preview too, not the same weekend, a different weekend. We did get to ride. Dave's toupee almost came off. Scott and his GoPro. And I did not take Tori Ann's advice and put my hair back.
No,
so,
and you talked about it and told people what to do, and you didn't even do it.
Nope.
Yes, John.
Halloween Horror Night overlay.
How cool would that be?
That was really a great day, though, because we had Samantha and Rebecca came because, why not? They live in New York. Why not come down just to ride one ride? But it was a great day. We were there. Scott and Karen, the Bowles, Michael. We had a good day. And we took a pretty awesome Frozen picture. That's like the best Frozen picture ever.
That is epic, that picture right there. It really is.
It was a good day. It really was. So we're coming around to the circle to June. Most important thing that happened this June was the 50th anniversary of our dear friends Ken and Judy. Those shirts were made by Uli. She makes those shirts. She also makes ones that say together since. So if you like these shirts and would like them for your loved one, she makes them in all different colors and configurations. So reach out to Uli Eiserman at MKE Studios. But we had these commissioned for the anniversary couple, and they had a great trip. I'm sure you'll be hearing about it on, what's the name of that other podcast?
Oh, Jesus. Escape my mind.
Is it Crushing on WDW? Is that it?
Yeah. With an IN. Yeah, with an IN.
Yeah. We did talk about this on our last week's podcast. We did the private specialty cruise, the fireworks cruise. I got to say, if you're going to go to a fireworks party and you have more than 4 people in your family, financially, it comes out cheaper to just rent a pontoon boat. They include snacks and refreshments, but you're allowed to bring food. You're allowed to bring alcohol as long as it's not in glass. Josh and Bob approved it. They were there too. We really had a blast and a great view of the fireworks. So, and a great night and a great boat captain. So I really, really recommend it to anyone who, if you can swing it,
do it. That picture with
which one?
Tony. That one there. And if you want to know why we're holding up that towel, Carlo is holding up that towel, you can find out all about it on tomorrow's podcast.
Yeah. So that brings us around to tomorrow's podcast. We went in June with our family. We met with some good friends. There's Bryson with Hey Hey.
And that's Carlo and Samantha.
That's Carlo and Samantha in the background. Yeah. And Olivia and her boyfriend Corey came. We had a really good time. And that's
let's explain that picture right there. I mean, people are like, "What the heck?"
It's pretty obvious. She smashed you in the face with ice cream.
Smashed in the face. Yeah. Very proud of that moment.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got her a few minutes before that. She got me back. So.
All right. Well, that's really it. I didn't think we had anything to talk about, but we've been talking for an hour, so. Next week's podcast. So this week we're going to talk with Corey. We're going to talk with Carlo about our trip. We're going to see if he's ever going to come back. And then next week, I don't even know if Rebecca knows this, but Andy has agreed to come on the podcast and talk about their trip to Disneyland. I don't know if Rebecca's going to join him or not, because I don't think she even knows that he said he was coming on. So we'll have to talk to Rebecca and see if she's coming on too, or if it's just going to be Andy. But that'll be next week's podcast. So this week you get Carlo. Next week you get Andy.
Hey, that's a good lineup right there.
Yep.
Can't
All
beat
right,
that
guys. We took up a lot of your time, so we appreciate it. Go watch Harmonious. I think we went 5 minutes over. You might have missed a Harmonious with Idina. So we're competing with the big ones. So Rebecca's coming on too. All right. So we'll have 2 Daves, 2 Rebeccas. All right. So we will see you soon. Thank you for watching tonight, and have a good night. Looking forward to 6 more months of fun. Bye.
Mm-hmm.